We are underway.
Lamar certainly wants this version of the
Game as a head coach after attack. Clark diving in.
Caitlin Clark to attack Cardoso.
Cardoso out of here with more shooting. Meanwhile, Clark points scored or assisted upon. Clark meets Reese on a screen. Nurse catch fire. Can't move. Boston can't finish. Clark around us. Lob it in. Howard. Good.
Sold a season ago.
Angel.
15-foot area.
Clark.
Be able to attack and drive to the basket.
He transferred to LSU. Lob Mitchell. Nice job by Kelsey. Was being held off by two players. Mitchell so speedy. Nice position. Reese will fire again. In some space. Barges.
It can get to the offensive glass as well.
On the other way. Vandersloot late.
You can see the difference in Chicago in terms.
Mitchell will fire. Our break. Only Asia Wilson average. Here's Nurse. Another one. Casters as well. Here's how. Focuses she has for Clark at the beginning. Weapons. And so, and it's going to be more of a, that's what we call a high-class problem. Angel Reese gets denied the heart, feeding Boston, who
in this league, and that rivalry is strong.
Game about this as a rival. She loves rivalries, loves them as a sport of breath. As they drove by the high school, they're always going to be her rival. Boston, Clark, Howard, along with Atkins, season acquisition for Chicago.
Long defender.
Natasha Howard. Howard. Here's Atkins. And we'll get a brief. Turner, who cheer with Chicago. Sydney Colson elevating and from the floor. Williams push, working on Yanwede. The push through it behind Mitchell. Vandersloot. Mitchell connects
with the way the ball is moving for the field.
Allen on Yanwede. Upping their attempt. Chicago 9 in this first quarter. Allen. Here's Atkins. Who's ever played with, love the dynamic. Here's Onyenwede fading away.
Officials has been much less than it was.
Teams in the bonus
not
now.
Displacing.
Mitchell hopping through. Liberty in Indiana. For Courtney Williams last night.
Wow.
Where Kelsey Plum with 37 in the nightcap in this game is Sophie Cunningham. For Caitlin Clark to be able to find. It's not on target. Dancing again, Mitchell.
About keeping them locked in transition.
Tyler Marsh joining us is denied by Banham, but Hull. Allen after a. Oh, what a look! And Hull.
Caitlin Clark knew the hesitation was.
Here's Clark racing. East will fire the three. Yeah.
To defend her, you know that she can poke.
This will fire away. No. The veteran off to the race.
The league is in good hands with this young talent.
Guarded by Boston fakes and late. Banham using the sidestepping two. Out the three. Ho will take.
And get that defensive board. Go ahead.
In the Gamecocks going. Clark gives up the three. Clark, little mid-range. Center of the lane. Nice dish. Clark. Vandersloot with a lot of space. Clark catch. Fire. Dumps it in. Howard sheds fit. For the game, she said, Howard's one of those players.
And Howard's been like that her whole career. There's a buffet of fire.
In the corner, Nurse.
Times when there's been an inbound in the front.
Mitchell drive to Boston. Her jumper. Largest lead for Indiana. It's 11. Sloot able to save it.
This is an improved defense.
11th of 12 in defensive.
Fake and drive. That time hitting the mid-range.
16th year. To shoot. Clark drives it. Games of the WNBA app with no subscription. Fake from Boston, who lays. Point, Indiana lead. Allen.
Howard got caught up for a second on.
Here's Clark around the screen.
Gotten Caitlin Clark a couple times as.
I think it's been exhaustive, Rebecca. Working behind Howard, wanted her to roll. Chicago shooting just 20.
Clark talked about how this first.
Stephanie White was talking with us about a lot of new key pieces as
fouls.
Vandersloot overcooked it. Boston with guys up. 2-for-1 opportunity for reactions. All that and more coming up.
To the team is as on both ends of the floor at the 4 position.
With the Liberty 2 with Dallas and now back. Shot clock turned off. Fires. You bet.
Our switches.
All right, Steph, thanks a lot. Last 2 seasons was the coach of the year. Now as the shot clock expires.
Has her the rest of the possession and continue. You know I love talking about
Natasha Howard.
You humor me and I.
Mitchell finds Howard. Reese pounding in the lane. Guarded by Reese. Howard.
Just great perimeter defense by the big.
Bringing in Howard, bringing in WNBA. Atkins, Drew being in this league. Here's Bonner working Boston.
Her coach, Chyler Marsh, told us earlier to the hoop more. See her
Development coach in the Becky Hammond in Vegas, and also the 5 to shoot. Nice look. Bouncing, what a find. Howard with 15 points.
Average double-digit assists.
Mark off the Howard screen. Bounces with Chicago. Nurse.
Going to be finishing those.
And Stephanie White rumbles inside. And Reese spinning. Boston. Angel Reese has 12 rebounds. Travel to take on the Seattle Storm.
Which she would prefer, because as a post player
In that game against the Lynx, we talked about how
the time to develop, it's always
Andersloot step back after that bucket. Rebecca Allen trying to explain why she felt like a flagrant or a T rather than not. Angel Reese, Alyssa Thomas with more. Bonner lead in the first half. Her media day photo. Now Skylar had a dramatic. We talked about not just wanting to put on that muscle.
It's all very interesting.
Yes, maybe. Boston will fire a 3. Rookie drills one in the season. Williams bodies. Williams finds Boston in 7 rebounds, 7 assists. Great look. Allen feeds her on the roll. Boston unable to lay it in, but for the screen. Allen out to Hull. Has Caitlin Clark with Angel Reese today. You think we'll get that in a sounds of the
Poopers, this league of ours, when it comes.
Now, 51 Colson, 6 Howard. That's how you. Final minute of the third. Bonner dumps it in, and a foul on from Indiana. Tyrese Halliburton, the rest of the Pacers. Howard deflected. The Thunder and an incredible series. 8th rebound to go with 14 points, and a foul on not discourage her teammates at times.
trying to lead their franchises. What stands out of the inspiration from her?
I watch everything, and
on Wednesday, what does that mean to you?
It'll be a lot of fun, and look forward to the last couple of years and having some experience.
Up after that Clark 3, leading Mitchell for the Banham, or Reese swims in. It's the first rookie to ever record one. Now bounces to her. Ball.
In a light, nice, friendly.
Here's Clark. Clark firing and wants it. Mitchell takes.
And it's rebounding.
Oh, card there. She'll come back in under Mitchell. Backdoor pushes it. Howard with 15. Contested 2. And can't bank it in the fun. An authoritative third region. Here's Mitchell. Seattle welcomes Phoenix, and then next games, please go to WNBA.com or straight Elite Eights in Cop. Bonner using the shoe, couldn't get it off. At TCU is for Boston. Here's Howard. Clark at LSU is Bob. Goes to the scorers table, getting ready to check. Onyenwere can't get it. Leaning and hold the putback rebound. How about some of the stat line? The floor is Colson.
Quickly, we saw great tempo, especially effectively. It's together that some of the other championships
were just tickled. That is, yeah.
Assume a bigger role as the year goes on. I know we've seen some good minutes from her. And
how about Chicago?
Great. 6 of 20 for Cardoso and Reese, although
those double-doubles in a season.
Defensive end.
Points, 9 boards, tips and lays. 9. Working her way down on Reese. Howard.
Contains, the shot clock goes down. Just great perimeter defense by the big.
This roster, bringing in Howard, bringing in WNBA.
Free agency this past season.
Atkins, Drew, the gold medalist and champion in this league. Here's Bonner. Cardoso working Boston.
Been an all-star, she's been an Olympian, but her coach Chyler Marsh told us earlier, she said this year she's also focusing on getting to the hoop more. See her.
Chyler Marsh, who's been an elite player development coach in the way I was prepared by Becky Hammond in Vegas, and also this off to Boston. 5 to shoot, nice look. Clark spinning, bouncing, what a find. Accurate. Howard with 15 points.
Well, I think this is a year Caitlin Clark could average double-digit assists. Finish.
Here's Clark off the Howard screen. Bounce, it looked like Nurse kicked it, no call. For a couple of seasons in New York, back with Chicago. Nurse.
Bonner. In a typical situation, she's going to be finishing those.
And Stephanie White talked to him. Fakes the jumper, rumbles inside. And
really well against the bigger Cardoso.
Reese spinning. Here is Clark dumping it into Boston. Boston 4 blocks now. Meanwhile, Angel Reese has 12 rebounds. Paige Beckers and the Dallas Wings travel to take on the Seattle Storm. ESPN.
We'll have to ask Caitlin like which she would prefer, because as a post player,
You observed from the Wings in that game against the Lynx. We talked about how
rookies, I think we ought to give them a little bit of time to develop. It's always
Clark looking to shake Vandersloot. Step back. Smirk on her face after that bucket. Rebecca Allen will maintain the basketball for a team. Stephanie White is still trying to explain why she felt like on the side of giving a flagrant or a tee rather than not.
And it goes into a zone look.
Angel Reese, a second most ever. Only Alyssa Thomas with more. 7 rebounds, 5 assists, and 4 blocks. Bonner 1 field goal attempt in the first half. The difference in her media day league, she needed a grown woman's body. Now, Skylar had a dramatically high level as a rookie, but she talked about not just wanting to put on that muscle this season and into the playoffs.
That's all very interesting.
Yes.
Or maybe worldwide.
Maybe. 6 to shoot. Here's Boston, will fire a 3. 3s a year ago, 4 as a rookie. Drills 1 in the season. Indiana lead. Williams, bodies. Clark looking to take Williams, finds Boston in. Clark has 14 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. Vandersloot, great look. Allen on Clark using the Boston screen, feeds her on the roll. Boston off the inbound. Hull unable to lay it in, but Clark gets over the screen. Allen. Here's Boston, out to Hull. Results as well, and we're starting to win as a team as Caitlin Clark won after her interaction with Angel Reese. Now, Caitlin is wearing a mic for us today. You think we'll get that in a sounds of the game?
Such party poopers, this league of ours, when it comes. From Colson, like, what me?
Now, so number 3 on Howard, 51 Colson, 6 Howard. That's how you back to Duntas. Final minute of the third. Bonner dumps it in, and a foul on a well-diversified attack here from Indiana.
Wrong inside.
Only on ABC. See Tyrese Halliburton, the rest of the Pacers. Here's Howard, deflected. ABC between the Thunder and
The Joker gets it done.
Been an incredible series. Clark gets awarded her 8th rebound to go with 14 points. And a foul on to have her improve upon that, to not discourage her teammates at times, but having an impactful day.
Develop something special of 2 people who are trying to lead their franchises. What stands out of the point guards I've ever seen? Do you take any inspiration from her?
Works the same way. So, yeah, I watch everything, and
You guys start the Eastern Conference Finals on Wednesday. What does that mean to you?
you know, a part of another year of adding on to that will be a lot of fun, and look forward to trying to impact winning the right way. I think over the last couple of years and having some experience.
Thank you, Holly. Crowd fired up after that Clark three. One rebound away. Clark leading Mitchell for the... Banham. Vandersloot down the floor. Reese swims in. And one in the third quarter. Last year had 2 triple-doubles, the first rookie to ever record one. Clark gets it back from Boston. Now bounces to her.
There's got to do a better job.
No.
In a light, nice, friendly.
Here's Clark. Here's Clark firing. Mitchell wrestles it away. Clark wants it. Mitchell takes.
Right now, Caitlin needs to have one focus, and it's rebounding.
Oh, Cardone away from a triple-double. Don't know whether she'll come back in under. Bonner's trying to get it. Mitchell backdoor pushes it up. 11 boards. Natasha Howard with 15. Here's Howard. Contested 2. Bonner leaning. Can't bank it in. The finish is Boston. An authoritative third. I looked up and said, I'll get you in. Here's Mitchell. What down Minnesota hosts Connecticut. Seattle welcomes Phoenix, and then next at Indiana. For more on these games, please go to wnba.com. Went to 5 straight Elite Eights in college. Here's Bonner. Bonner using Bonner. Bonner with 2 to shoot. Couldn't get it off.
To come over.
LSU, and then a year at TCU. His 13th rebound for Boston. Here's Howard. Van Lith guarding Clark. He's a member of Louisville, and then at LSU is Bonner. Tamira Stuntis goes to the scorer's table, getting ready to check. Here is Bonner. Sure. Onyenwere can't get it. Here's Van Lith leaning and backfire short. Hold the putback. Get one, meaning get that rebound. There's 4 blocks for Caitlin Clark. How about some of the stat line? Blocks, 8 of 12 from the floor as Colson.
In these pieces, hope they gel quickly. We saw great tempo, especially more. We've seen them switch defensively effectively. Certainly they don't have the experience together that some of the other championship.
Pick of this year's draft, the Fever were just tickled that Timpson has done this. Yeah.
During the preseason, but she's going to assume a bigger role as the year goes on. Kind of a competitor she is, and I know we've seen some good minutes from her, from Courtney Vandersloot as the year goes on.
And how about Chicago?
And today they just struggled mightily from 3. 6 of 20 open up a lot more opportunities for Cardoso and Reese, although
Reese, who had the 2nd most double-doubles in a season.
7 of her boards on the offensive end.
Third steal. Hall has 9 points, 9 boards. Timpson late. WNBA debut these final minutes. Indiana Fever. 9 long. And thanks for watching.